Hi friends, log on to my website fastbeam.com and talk to me on the forums. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram.
Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I am driving the Nissan Patrol and there's a BMW i8. Oh my god, it looks so smashing. Anyways, let's quickly open the engine bay. As you can see, it uses a 5.6 liter V8 engine, humongous battery. Wow, what presence, hydraulic struts. Of course, the design is really nice. Piano black touch here on the grille, front parking sensors. It is just huge. What kind of presence it has. Chrome treatment, very well done. And the lights also look beautiful. There is obviously the headlamp washer here and it gets a projector setup too. A lot of chrome treatment here on the fog lamp, on the bumper as well. And like the chrome keeps going on and on and on. Chrome here, chrome on the mirror, chrome on the door handles, side footstep. Over that there's chrome again, V8 written over here to tell you what it's got. And this is a massive 20-inch wheel. Yeah, that's right, 20-inch wheel on this car. Looks just splendid. I have no words to describe. Look at the suspension system over here. I don't know if you can see it, but this car has so much presence. It is just insane, the kind of presence this car offers. Like huge. It's so long. The tail lights look aftermarket for sure, platinum trim, and it gets rear parking sensors as well, and a chrome exhaust obviously because the motor is massive. Spare wheel is below and it is a space saver. Let me just go down and show you that. No, it is not a space saver and it is an alloy. Well, that's a nice touch, Nissan. I'm impressed. Towing hook over here on a test car, obviously because if it gets stuck. And again, chrome treatment, a lot of chrome treatment. 50 years of Nissan probably. I don't know what this sign means, but it does mean something here in the Middle East. Let me open the boot and all you do is press a button. Okay, so there's another Patrol standing here. There are a lot of Patrols. All you can see is Patrols in the Middle East. Now, the boot is big enough with all the seats up, which is a good thing, obviously. And over here, we have more space to keep stuff. So, yep, that's nice. There's the emergency box. I think it has the warning triangle and stuff like that. There's a 12-volt charging socket over here. There's a hook here to secure your luggage. And obviously, the seat can be reclined further. Now, you can see there's decent amount of space in the last row. It is a proper 7-seater, but honestly, under thigh support would be lacking for tall passengers. And the twin cup holders over here, AC vents over here on the top. And this is to hold on to if someone tries to corner hard. There are twin cup holders here as well. So, very practical car in terms of storage spaces. All you need to do is press this button. And come on, don't disappoint me. Yep, it can sense if there's an obstacle behind and it will not close. So that's smartness there with the Patrol. Thank you, Mr. Nissan. That's closed. So now you actually have to climb into the car. Twin cup holders over here in the door pocket, and there's a lot of leather as well. Almost flat floor, so practicality can be improved by folding the seat. 60-40 split over here, and it's like a one-touch tumble. Now let me get into the last row of seats. Like I told you, it's a practical place to be in, but under thigh support is poor. Your legs are almost close to your chest. Headroom is decent. Look at the finish on the roof. It is just massively awesome. Twin cup holders over here and adjustable headrest for the last row of seats. Window area isn't that big, neither is it too small, so it might not really offer you the claustrophobic feeling here, but overall the cabin feels massive. I don't know like how much area. If I have to measure the carpet area of the cabin, I would be like, it's crazy. Now adjusting the seat, let's get inside. There's a center armrest over here with twin cup holders. There's screens over here and there's an ashtray over here. This is the control for the climate control air conditioning, and this is the control for the USB plugs. 2 USB ports actually over here, and there's a 12-volt charging socket over here along with 3 outputs if you want to listen to audio from this screen, and a little scooped out seat back magazine holder over here. Cabin is really nice and comfortable. Plenty of headroom. Seats are comfortable. There's good amount of leg room and knee room. Under thigh support is a bit lacking for my liking, but you have to climb in, so there is this handle over here. AC vents are placed over here on the top, and there's a light here as well. So there are no AC vents on the roof, although there's no sunroof or panoramic roof at the rear. I don't know why they did that, but like I can keep touching the roof. It is such a fantastic treatment on the roof of this car. And twin cup holders over here, I think I've already spoken about that. This is a massive car, and obviously it rivals the Toyota Land Cruiser, so it has to be massive. Keyless go obviously, and again you climb into the car. So you need help, catch this, climb in, but wait for it. This gets electric adjust for the driver's seat along with memory function here, 2 of them. These are the controls for the power window. This is the control for the outside rear view mirror adjustment. Door pockets are large enough, can keep a 1 liter bottle and can keep a lot of other stuff as well. This is the foot brake, or rather the hand brake, which is on the foot. A lot of space here on the floor area. and obviously you can move around your legs without worrying at all. So obviously this car is very generous in terms of space. You can turn off the power door lock using this button, and this is the headlight adjustment. This is to open the boot. A lot of dummy buttons here. Now the steering gets reach and rake adjustment, which is electric, and these are actually the controls for the trip functions for the instrument cluster. Now let's just get inside and turn on the car. So push button start, here it is. Roars to life, does a full swipe as well. So you know, this car gets twin temperature meters. Actually on the rightmost top we get the fuel meter, below that we get the oil meter, the oil temperature. On the left top we get the engine oil temperature, and on the left bottom we get the battery meter. And we have a big tachometer, big speedometer with a multi information display over here. Now you can toggle through it using this button, which feels a little hard. Distance to empty is there. Outside temperature, average kilometers per liter 3.2 kilometers per liter. The mileage right now, and the range is 542 kilometers. So yes, it has a humongous fuel tank, like a huge fuel tank. Now the steering feels really nice to hold. These are the buttons for the cruise control, these are the buttons for the audio system, and the horn is decent, could have been better. The center console also feels a little busy for my liking. It's very wide, and obviously you get ventilated seats here as well as heated seats too. There is a space to keep stuff over here, and basically wet wipes are kept here. There's a USB plug over here, and over here there's more space. Again, this seems to be an ashtray. There's a cigarette lighter, proper cigarette lighter with a cigarette marking over here. Twin cup holders over here, and this center armrest is huge. It opens in two places. So one is the fact that below here you get a cool glove box, and then you can press this cool button. It's massive and it really cools. The front seats are very comfortable. They're large, they're supportive, and like they are really just amazing. So over here you get a light as well as a mirror, and this can be extended out as well. Very nice finish here too. The same thing over here as well. Meanwhile, this is the sunroof, could have been bigger, and these are the controls for the lights. Meanwhile, this is the control for the sunroof. There's a sunglass holder over here, auto dimming inside rear view mirror. Obviously the glove box is a decent size. It is not the biggest, but it's decent size, I would like to say. And obviously it gets climate control, air conditioning. These are the controls for the air conditioning, these are controls for the audio system. And you know what, this thing will actually display what is the temperature settings you change. So basically it doesn't get a display here, the whole display is over here. Obviously it gets a reverse parking camera. There is it. Change the views of the camera as per your liking. It gets a 360-degree camera as well, along with rear parking sensors too. So very practical in that sense. Steering feels nice to hold. This is the control for the headlights. This is the control for the wipers, and the wipers also do a great job. 6 sprays come onto the windscreen. Yeah, obviously at this price you expect all this and more. Air conditioning actually is doing a great job. It's very hot here in Dubai. So there's a 12-volt charging socket over here, and there are a lot of dummy buttons. I can see 3 dummy buttons over here. I don't know for what. This is a CD player. And look at the finishing, the stitching, it's just amazing. Chrome treatment over here. Cabin feels really wide. These are the controls for the off-road mode. So basically you can get into auto, 4 high or 4 low, and you can decide if you want to go sand, on-road, rock or snow. This is the downhill assist. This is to turn off traction control, and this is to lock the differential as well. So as you can see, the Patrol is excessive in almost every way. Lovely treatment all around. Beautiful cabin. The dashboard feels really premium. The wood finish, I mean, it also gets a Bose sound system, which is just amazing in terms of audio quality. And let me quickly play an audio for you right away. So okay, difficult to figure out. Let's get into FM. Audio system is very nice, but audio reception is not the best right now. And oh my god, the car is so comfortable. Okay, that is a Mercedes S63 AMG V8 bi-turbo quad exhaust, shining like crazy. I've driven that car in India, by the way, green colored one. And as you can see, there are a lot of Nissans over here because I'm at the drive event, and there is of course the X-Trail, there's the Pathfinder, the i8, which is not part of the drive unfortunately. So here I am driving the Nissan Patrol, which means it's time to get going right away. Yeah, that is some serious thrust, but this is an extremely heavy car. I mean, I can't tell you how heavy this car is because the numbers will make you go in shock. It weighs, I think, more than 2,500 kgs. That's right, 2,500 kgs. That's how heavy it is, and you can manually take control of things, which I will obviously do. Get into the lowest gear possible. Yeah, it does sound nice. In fact, it's a very nice sounding engine, obviously. So around the corners, it does handle quite well. I mean, yeah, body control is good, but somehow there is just no feel and feedback from the steering wheel. It kind of feels heavy at lower speeds, and at higher speeds, it just doesn't weigh up at all. That is one problem, but the motor has some serious thrust. The way it pulls. This is a 7-speed automatic gearbox, and the engine powering the Patrol is a 5.6 liter V8, which produces produces 400 horses or 390 horsepower in the US and 560 Newton meters of torque. Now this car is sold as the Armada in the US. By the way, Mahindra used to sell a car in India with the Armada name, and in other markets, mostly in the Middle East and Australia, it is sold as, it is not going to upshift. So it's sold as a petrol, and it's not going to upshift unless and until I decide to do so. So that's a good thing, that gives you complete manual control of things. So 6,500 RPM is where the red line is. And by the way, this car can also be bought in a more premium version known as the Infinity QX80, which is obviously based on the Patrol and more luxurious and stuff like that, competing with the GLS. And every time I get into the throttle or mash the throttle even half, it wants to take off. However, the kind of performance you would expect from a car with this sort of an engine, it just doesn't deliver. Now, I'm sitting on the red line, which happens to be slightly above 6,000 RPM. Let's get into automatic, and here we are into auto. Mash the throttle, it shifts quickly. The gearbox is not the fastest in terms of shifts. It takes some time to respond, but once it does, it just goes ahead with a lot of gusto. Ride quality is surprisingly good. It feels so composed. Now obviously on Dubai roads it's smooth AF. However, on Indian roads also it will do a decent job as long as they offer the 18-inch wheels and not the 20 inches. The 20 inches feel slightly more I would say stiff, because the profile of the tires is smaller and they kind of crash through bad roads. Slowing down a bit, manual mode, downshifting, here we are, and there it goes. Good amount of punch, and the real-time mileage, or rather the average fuel efficiency it's saying is right now 2.5 kilometers per liter. That's right, 2.5 kilometers per liter. Bad drinking habit this car has, but then it's known to be a fuel guzzler the world over, because obviously the engine is just massive, the weight is just massive, and overall riding dynamics are good, handling is decent, steering doesn't offer any sort of feel at higher speeds, and it's cumbersome to drive as well because of the humongous dimensions, but it does feel premium. It does give you a good sense of driving something which has a rugged presence, and most importantly the view from outside is just amazing. I can see the roof of that Kia car over there. Meanwhile, the gearbox could have been faster in terms of shifts, and what I really would have loved is the fact that if Nissan could have reduced the weight of this car, it would have made the performance even better. Like, there's a significant lag between shifts, that's the only issue, otherwise it's just brilliant. You can see another Petrol is right in front of me right now, and sort of from the rear it doesn't look that great. Come on, downshift, here we go. It's a good amount of low end punch. Mid-range is also decent. Screams in the top end as expected from a car of this character. The V8 engine is just love, but going forward in the future that V8 is going to become a V6, and then probably hybrid power is going to come, so that's kind of sad. So this is the right time to enjoy the Patrol. So guys, this is my review of the Nissan Patrol, a car which Nissan was contemplating of launching in the Indian market, and that would have acted as a brand builder. But hey, it's not coming anytime soon. It's a gas guzzler, it has a lot of presence, it's comfortable, and most importantly it has a V8 engine, which makes me give it the big thumbs up. And if you like this video, you give a big thumbs up to the video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video real soon. Bye bye. Range Rover doesn't look anything in front of the Petrol. It's just huge, boxy and massive. Bye.